All right, everyone, welcome to the 2024 Len Sbitney Memorial Pool Tournament here at Leather Pocket Billiards in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We got a great opening matchup for you here. Round one, Brett Armsden taking on Lan Fong. Lan at the table here looking to take an early win. 4-9 combo, 1-0. Lan Fong racing to 9 here. On the winner's side, the A side of the draw here is 9-foot 9-ball. And the one-loss side, the B side, will be race to 7, playing 8-ball on the 7-foot diamond tables. You can see there we had a staggered entry fee. We tried to keep it cheap so that lots of players who wanted to play could get in, and we did fill the field. It says they're capped at 64, but we got it up to 80. We opened it up to 80 players. Everybody coming together to remember that man there. Len Sbitney, the previous owner of Leather Pocket Billiards here. Great pool room in Calgary. If you've never been, you got to come check it out. It's amazing. The tables are always kept real nice. There's 8 7-foot diamond tables, 8 9-foot diamond tables, 4 Valley bar boxes, and currently a 9-foot Predator table. Cold drinks, good food, good friends. What more could you ask for, right? And so we are live on Facebook and YouTube, I hope. Let me just confirm that by following along with the comments here with you guys. If you want to comment along, I'll try to follow both YouTube and Facebook. So make sure if you are tuning in, click the share button and click that thumbs up button on the YouTube. That's all we ever ask with these free streams. Q Sports Live. I know we're not too busy out of Calgary lately, but our man Rod Arriagata in Winnipeg always keeping us busy. Joshua watching from the other side of the room. He just waved at me. He's famous now. But thanks everybody for tuning in. We got Brett Armsden here, who was very generous to help with some of the sponsored money here. Let me just flash up the poster quick. Good plumbing and heating. Brett Armsden, one of the local league players here, with a local company. Always nice when they can advertise on our free streams here for a cheap cost. So if anybody else is ever interested in that, just get a hold of us at Q Sports Live or at Leather Pocket. And we also have Ben DeWolf, who always helps out with the added money as well. Put his poster up quick while Lan is thinking. DCL Labor and Contracting, Inc. We appreciate you guys a lot here at Leather Pocket. And I know the players do as well. We got $1,000 added to the prize money. And for some reason it looks like we are live on YouTube as well. I see the comments. We are set up on Facebook as well, Shirley. And we're going to be live all weekend. We got lots of great pool. We're going to be starting up again tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. local time, mountain time that is. Christopher Demir is in the house. So I would expect to see some early nerves from these players, not just because it's the opening round of the tournament, but because they're on the stream table, which I know Len's been on a few. Definitely played lots of matches on the stream. I'm not 100% sure how many Brett has played, although I know he had a good showing last week, winning a qualifier into a 580 and under tournament that's coming up next weekend. He's kicking, yeah, hits it with some speed. I like that because, as you can see, it's 9-ball. He can slash one here and there, and look at the shape he gets to. It's almost like he got rewarded for just kind of going for it. I like that. We're going to see some of those shots this weekend. Some good old 9-ball pool. I think everybody's in 9-ball mode, too, watching the PLP. It's been happening all week. Starting to get down to the juicy parts of the tournament there, down to the final 10. But here we're with 80 players. If you're just tuning in, 80 players here at the 2024 Len Memorial. And we've got a great mix of players here. Big field. Of course, you're going to get a good mix. And that's a beautiful little stroke. And if Brett settles in here, he's going to be a handful for Len for sure. He's got a nice steady game. And when you wear a nice jam-up shirt like that, you're going to be dangerous too, of course. Shout out to Jam Up Apparel. Keep your eyes on them, people. They're doing big things. Jam Up making big moves in the industry. And I love to see it. They're good friends of mine, so I wish them the best of success. And I've always been a big fan of the apparel. It's just very, very nice competition apparel. Super comfortable. You see Johnny Hendrick in the shorts over there. We do have a dress code, but it's a little bit on the somewhat relaxed side. It's kind of like a medium dress code, so to say. So I think the knee-length shorts over there are okay. But we're going to be somewhat relaxed on it tonight anyway. We'll get to the strict dress code tomorrow. So we didn't make any crazy strict rules on the break here. We just kept it kind of simple. 1 in the front on the spot. 9 in the middle, 2 at the back. And we just said no soft breaks. So, I mean, it may become a policing it thing later on, but hopefully not. Hopefully everybody's just hitting it firm. Or at least medium speed. A nice opening match here, 1-1. Racing to 9. We're going to have at least a couple more matches after this. We're going to be playing late tonight, as late as we can. Try to get through all of the first round there. You can find the bracket on Challenge. So you can follow along there with your favorite players. And we got some heavy hitters in the house for sure. Brady Golan, the legend, in the room. And we got Stephen Holem coming. We have Carlos Barbosa. And myself. Those are, I think, the players over 700. Sean McKay should be over 700. If he's not, he'll also be here this evening. Nick Manuel, Nick's Q Innovation, he's coming. He's actually got a big one with Steven first round. Look at that shot from Brett. Beautiful back cut. How good was that? Welcome to the show, Brett Armsden. Nice shot. Hello, Brian Harder. Oh, same guy. Same guy, but he got a little roll there. We're going to see some rolls, of course. Going to be so much pool played over the next 2.5 days. We're going to see some good rolls, some bad rolls, some average rolls. Make sure you guys share that stream, though, for me. Lots of great pool tonight. Some good opening round matches. As is this one. Lan Fong had a super performance just recently at BCA Vegas, placing in top 6, I believe, top 4 in the Ladies Platinum 8-ball, which is not easy to do. So many good players out there. This one's a little tricky to reach, so you can see we get the leg up there to try to reach it better. Get the extension off and dart it, and this is not easy. I would favor kicking this ball just because it's a little awkward here. But if she likes to jump, she's going to get the hit, I think. Or not. Ooh, speaking of another 700 player in the field, and another legend of Canadian pool, Alberta pool, Filipino pool, Edwin Montal in the house. Gotta love seeing him play. I super look forward to watching Edwin play. I'm a big Edwin fan. I'm a big Brady fan. I'm just a big fan of the game. So, of course, I love the history, and those guys are the West Coast Canadian history. I'm going to come up a little short here, Brett is. And now the cue ball going the wrong way. We are using traditional colors here. If you've been watching Matchroom, it could get a little confusing. We got the orange 5 ball happening. Purple 4, you know, traditional. Caught that one a little thick. Crashed, but the crash might help him here because he left it super long. These are the toughest shots in pool. Close to straight in, cue ball near the rail, and very, very long makes this super, super hard. Cue ball control sometimes on YouTube says Joe Spence is signed up for PG Mardi Gras next weekend. Nice to watch that level of player live. I miss watching Joe play live. Joe's one of my favorite players to watch for sure, because he just shoots the eyes off the balls and doesn't really waste any time doing it. Hopefully we'll get to watch a little bit of that too. Hopefully they have somewhat of a stream happening out there. Is Len banking? No, just trying to play the containing safety, but she overran it by a lot. Good chance for Brett here to take his first lead. Get all the way to the second rail there, but you don't want to overhit it and land on the third rail. I think he's just okay. This cue ball is moving a lot more than he wanted. Good shot. Needs it to slow down. It's not going to. It is not going to. Now what? I like playing safe here, but you can play a nice little two-way shot. Lots of right spin. Bank it towards the lower right. Kind of play the 9 in the same pocket next. This is a good shot, though. This was my original thought. You put pressure on your opponent to do something. Len kind of has to fly her at the bank here. You could come across this one and try to play the 8 to the top rail, leave the cue ball down here, but it doesn't lay easy, so the bank might be just as hard. Albert in the chat. Bert. Yeah, I don't blame her for going at the bank there. And you can play with a little speed because you can see you might even make it 3 rails in the side there sometimes. And we are playing 9 ball. You're going to let it fly. Got to let it fly in 9 ball. Okay, Brett's got a tricky one here. These ones are always real tough to judge when you're close to the ball and far from the pocket. And it's easy to hit it thick, just like he did. And this might stop on the 50-yard line. I think I like cutting this one in. Just a little more natural for shape, I think. The bank, you kind of have to force the cue ball over a little bit. I think with the cut, you kind of just spin it in a little. Cue ball should come around nice, 3 rails. If you're in the chat and you're a leather pocket regular, make sure you come tomorrow evening and say goodbye to Alexandra. She's moving back home to Spain. Our staff supervisor, and she's been amazing. Oh, look, speaking of amazing, what a great shot from Len there. Nice bank in the side, and the cue ball came pretty good there. Angle wasn't so bad as I thought. These shots can be a little tough under early match pressure, but I think she's going to roll it in there. Yeah, if you get just a little punchy on the stroke there at the start of the match before you're warmed up and really hitting the heart, then you can kind of rattle it. That'll happen. David Wilson, what's going on, buddy? Okay, Brett rolls it in there, cleans it up. 2-1. Definitely going to miss her. Shirley, you got that. And good evening, Cliff. Long time no see, pal. Thank you for the nice comment there. So as you can see, winner breaks. So Brett racking them up. It's hand rack here. We're not using the template. We're going to hand rack it. It might slow things down a little bit, but I don't think too much. As you can see, this is where it might slow it down a touch. Just a little tricky to get it tight sometimes. We're going to have Nick's Q Innovation in the house tonight. He's got a big match against Stephen Holem, round 1. Should be a barn burner. Nick playing great lately. Played super in that team event last weekend. Cliff, the action misses you too, pal. And hello, Hector from Puerto Rico. David, Jacksonville. Thank you for the nice comment. And everybody else out there, just do me a favor, click that share button for us. I know you guys are watching all kinds of other stuff, trying to watch PLP, trying to watch Hayball. Yeah, look at that, eh? He slugged himself after taking a while to try to get a good rack. I changed the sticker on here, and I was practicing a little bit. And you can get it tight. It just takes finding the spot. He'll find it. AJ Frazier in the YouTube chat. Welcome. Okay, Lan Fong dialing up a long, tricky combo. I'm surprised she would play it like that. I thought maybe the safety was going to be a little more guaranteed. David Alton in the Facebook wants to know what's the winning prize. We're not sure yet. We haven't done the payouts yet. Well, Steph and I will do that first thing in the morning. But it's not going to be anything too crazy because of the handicapped entry fee. So some players only getting in for 35 and a lot of players getting in for 50 or 75. $15 green fee, but there is $1,000 added courtesy of Brett Armston with Good Plumbing and Heating. Ben DeWolf with DCL Labor and Contracting, as well as, of course, Leather Pocket, kicking back some of the green fee. Most of the green fee, should say. And yeah, lots to watch, Blake. You got that right. I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on the other stuff as well, you know, being a pool junkie and all. The hay ball, definitely super interesting. Down to the final 64 and some absolutely massive prize money up for grabs. Lan going 2 rails behind this ball. You got to hit this one a little firm. Yeah, and she does well and gets rewarded the 9 in the side. Rifles it. What a shot. Here we go. Now we're playing pool. Now we're playing 9 ball. Nice shot. Speaking of lots of pool, there's a couple tournaments next weekend. We saw Cue Ball Control in the YouTube chat mentioning Joe Spence playing the PG Mardi Gras next weekend. There's also a big 580 and under tournament in High River, just south of Calgary. And then we have the last week of the LP Junior Pool School happening next weekend, which is also Easter Sunday. There may be an Easter bunny dropping off and hiding some Easter goodies at the pool hall for the kids. Look at that, another gaff rack. She hit that one a little soft, though. Let's see the replay on the YouTube. Oh, no, she hit it firm. It just came out soft. Going to be a little tricky to rack on this one by the looks of it. David Wilson, the brackets. Brackets on challenge. Unfortunately, I don't have the link yet, but I'm going to work on that as time goes on. Maybe Steph can post it in the Calgary pool scene. Good safety there from Len. Tucked the 1 kind of right up against the 2 and got the cue ball as long as she could. Brett is looking at maybe trying to kick into the 1 to make the 2, but I don't think that's a shot. I don't think that's on. I think he has to hit about half of the 1 and try to bank it down near the 8. It's tricky to keep the cue ball out of the pocket here too, but it might be the only shot he has. Oh, he went super thin. I like that. And look at the 9 ball moving. They're moving the 9 ball. Here we go. You love to see it. We got lots of matches to play tonight. Let's slash them all in and get these matches going. Let's see if Land goes out of 2 rails here. I don't think so. Aha, Shirley with the bracket. Thank you very much, Shirley. Link to the bracket there on the Facebook chat. Under LP Len Memorial 2024. Looks like the heading there. But we're still running on the YouTube. And now the YouTube froze as well. Uh-oh. Okay, looks like we're coming back around. Sorry about that, everybody. Looks like maybe some connection issues. We're having... And it does look real choppy. So my apologies there, everyone. Hopefully it'll clear itself up. Snowfall. Yeah, it could be the snowfall for sure. We are having some serious snow. Springtime snow. And I know the connection here in LP doesn't like bad weather. We've seen it before. We don't have fiber optic. I've all but begged TELUS to install the lines around here, but we're at their mercy, so. Anyway, looks okay for now. Let's not jinx it too much. I'm going to knock on the wood desk here. And we're back in action. Brett with that early combo. We've already had 3 early combos on the 9. Let's hope that keeps up through round 1 just to get these matches going. And then we can get into the safety battles later on in the tournament, right? And thank you, James, for posting the bracket to Calgary pool scene as well. Good containing safety there from Brett. Easy to try and get the cue ball safe there, but lose the 1 out in the open. So he did nice there to keep the 1 contained. Leave about 9 feet to the ball, and he's forcing Land to come with a good shot, which... This is not horrible. This can be a bit of a trap set, possibly, from Lan. Try to talk him into making the 1 and opening up the 2 for you. Because I don't think this 2-4 combo lays dead or set. It looks like it's just a little offline. You have to cut the 2. And anytime you got to cut the first ball means you're going to lose the first ball a bit. So let's see it. And it's going to be twice as hard now with the cue ball on the side rail. And he needs to cut the 2 the other way from direction he's headed into it. I would tend to favor a safety here of some sort, but there's nothing easy. I mean, 3-2 in a race to 9, you could probably do something, try something crazy and get away with it, if you know what I mean. But it's also good to try to just play the right shots, the correct shots. Keep it on lock. It's round 1. You got to warm up the mind as well as the stroke. Len with a good opportunity here. 2 in the side and move the cue ball. Doesn't want to overrun this, but certainly doesn't want to underrun it. Yeah, that one's not easy to get correct. I almost favor playing that with more right spin and then shooting the 3 in the bottom right corner. And that way I kind of can't land on the wrong side of the ball, if you know what I mean. And just try to put the cue ball on the right side rail. But this can definitely still work. I think she's maybe banking this ball, though. This cue ball is going to have some speed. Into the 9 or the 5 to hold. She goes right through the window between the 9-5. After wiggling in the bank, that's a little unlucky. Okay, does she have any of this ball? Just kicking. Good hit. 9-ball moving again, but not moving enough, and she's sold out a shot in the side here for Brett to roll this one in, and he's going to have correct angle on the 5 next to draw the cue ball to the right side rail where he just put his chalk to get to the brown 7 after the orange 5. This is perfect. Perfect angle. Can just finesse this one. Don't have to hit it too hard. You want angle on the 7 anyway. This is a lot of angle on the 7, but better to have too much than not enough, I think, in that situation. You land straight in on the 7, then you make a real problem. This way, I think he can safely just cut this one in, send the cue ball up, and about halfway back down, somewhere around middle table, this cue ball should end up. Definitely a tough shot, though. A lot of spin. He went with the inside to try to juice around it, and he's really gotten away with this one. This is super tough. I don't think she can go rail first off the side rail to make it, and even if she could, she's not getting out of there to get on the 8. Saw Jeff's hand there, just the top of Jeff's hand, trying to wave to the camera. So she might need to go bottom rail and just kind of ticky it. But that's tough too. With the cue ball on the rail up there, you can't really get any precise spin. Man, this is real tough. She could go soft into it off the left side rail. And maybe just try to like leave it on the bottom rail. Like real soft where she's looking there. Might be the only shot and just live to fight another day, you know? Don't like hitting this one firm because I do think the 9 is pretty big. Oh, she double kissed it in. That's probably worst case scenario. Because now she's going to have another tester from downtown. Kicking at this ball, I think. So you want to kick this one towards the right side pocket. And if you miss it, you hope it banks down near the middle diamond on the end rail here near the scoreboard. There's a little diamond logo down there. You'd love to be right there with the 8 if you miss it in the side. But a lot of times you're just going to make it in the side too, so I don't mind trying it. Just get the speed correct. Edwin telling me he needs the 5 out, I think, to play. Oh, well, this is going to be a 2-game lead for Brett. But a long race here for Len, so she can't panic. Just need to regroup quick. I'm going to be telling myself that it's a long race and I'm probably going to make a few mistakes. And to just shake them off quick. Try to be Efren and just laugh it off quick and move on. Brett won't mind. He'll take all the easy wins he can get. It's a long tournament. 4-2, Mr. Armsden. Shout out again to him with good plumbing and heating, helping out with the added money here. Super nice guy. Playing better pool every time I watch him play. Okay, Brett to break, leading 4-2. I think he's just trying to figure out where he's going to break from because the last one got slugged real bad. So he's probably hoping that doesn't happen again. Probably go a little firmer this time, I would have to think. And he did. And he's getting rewarded. He's not getting rewarded. There's 9 balls up there. Does this one cut in the side? I don't know what good playing it in the corner does. Can't get out of there. Can't get anything on the 2 next, except maybe like a billiard onto the 5 ball. Orange 5 over there. After she shoots this in the corner, maybe. Not much else to be had, I don't think. Oh, she does draw it back a little. So now the combo is available or the bank, and I like the bank from here. I like to leave a ball over a pocket if I can. Anytime there's a hanger there, it's nice. It's like a backup plan. And playing combos like that can just be a little tough. She plays the billiard and loses the 2. Yeah, anytime you got to move 3 balls here, you got to be guessing a little bit. David Wilson, yes, 80 shooters in this. We had 80 players. Great turnout. Super successful again. Last year we had 96, but this year we capped it at 80 just to kind of keep a little more room for walk-in customers and whatnot. And it was a little much with 96 players last year. We need a bigger pool room. Look at that shot. She plays the carom, the 2 off the 7, fires it in. What a shot. And this 3 will pass the 8 into the lower left. Okay, everyone. I'm going to share the stream as well. Can't ask you guys to share the stream. I don't share the stream, right? So let me just get in here. Facebook telling me to add 15 more friends so I see more posts. Like I don't have enough friends already. Facebook, come on, calm down. Okay, let's see if I can share the stream. Okay, Len makes a super shot on the 3 after making the sweet carom on the 2 ball. She made a pretty good shot on the 1 as well. And then a billiard on the 5. Look at this, riding the 9. So as you can remember, the 5's already gone in the side, so that's the 7 up there. I mean, she's on the 6 right now. Okay, get ready. I'm spamming it. I'm spamming the stream to a whole bunch of pool groups. Okay, that's good for now. Let's not get banned off Facebook. Let's not get put in Facebook jail for streaming too much. What a shot. Are you kidding me? This could be one of the best outs of the night. She's coming with it. It's not even 1 hour into the tournament. What is Lan Fong working on over here? Can you believe this out? The 1 is over the side, but she plays it in the corner. The 1 is over the side, but she plays it in the corner. Then she plays a billiard on the 2-5. She plays a carom on the 2. She makes a super shot on the 3. A thin one on the 4. Ninja cuts in the 6 with the rest. I feel like she's got to bank the 9 or something after this. She could play the cue ball out to middle table and then 5 rail the 9. Just 5 rail the kick. Oh, she trickles in the 8 to keep the crowd on their feet. And if you guys are watching on YouTube and you weren't paying attention, you gotta go back and watch this out. This was gotta be the out of the night. Gotta be. I mean, it's a long race. We could find something crazier than that, but I'm gonna doubt it. I'm gonna big time doubt it. She got to bear down, make that 2 after almost missing the 8. You do want to be a little careful there. Whew. I hope they're clapping over there. I can't tell because I'm in a little stream booth, but I hope they're clapping. They should be, if they're not. What an out. What a super out. Len says, I'm here, Brett. You ain't getting rid of me that easy. Both these players play in our Wednesday division of in-house league. Both know these tables well. Both fierce competitors looking to earn a spot in round 2 tomorrow morning. Oh, man, she slugged herself again. What's going on with these breaks? I have to try to see if we can clean that up at some point, because nobody likes that. That's not much fun, is it? Martin Kelly in the house. My teammate from last weekend played awesome. He played great. We had a nice little 8-team $1,000 entry tournament. Moscone Cup style. We did like like the team event, Moscone style, and then the Scotch, the singles, the Scotch, the singles. The team Scotch was a cool one. It was a little different. Larry Walper, of course, did an epic job, as usual, organizing the whole thing and making sure it all ran smooth. You know, Larry does a super job all the time. Jeff wants to know, we get to see Ben play. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Hopefully. So it looked like Glenn made a awesome shot on the 1 ball, but tricky one on the 2. She missed it. The real question here is, do we get to see John play later? John Pay Pompey in the house.
Well, hello, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight?
Do you play tonight, obviously. That's why you're
Yeah, I
you're
play
here.
at 8:30.
Around 8:30. So who do you play?
Chan Lee.
Oh, Chan Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaky good, that Chan Lee.
He plays here quite a bit.
Yeah, we got lots of local players, lots of the league players, lots of people who knew Len well. All come together for this great tournament to remember the guy. So Brett with a good shot on the 2, but he's got nothing on the 3 here except a safety. You just stun this one and send the 3 ball like 2 rails up table? Is that there?
There's a couple little options here. It depends what he feels comfortable with. You can kind of stun this and draw it into the 5, you know, and try to play that little safety there.
Yeah, that's why I like
see
to
what
try to
he
stop it there behind the 5. Send the
Yeah,
cue
just
ball.
like
Yeah,
that.
perfect. That's
Nice little containment shot here.
That's good because he only left the right side rail. I don't think you can go 2 rails. 8's kind of a big ball.
Yeah, and it's always deceiving from these angles. So, like, you know, I think one time we're like, there's no way this person can hit that side rail and hit it perfect.
Course, yeah.
But it looks like he's got her locked up pretty good here.
She is looking at 2 rails.
The 2 rails is there. Some rail straight up, try to go to the top left-hand corner.
Even that, the 9 is a big ball there
It
right?
to the ball and you hit inside and it cuts straight across.
Yeah, yeah. And that's a nice way to hit this ball because then you make the 9 smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And you just get safe a lot on this way, I think. She's making the right choice. And this has been a good match. Kimber from Shreveport tuning in, enjoying the action. Georgios in the house as well.
Oh, what a great hit. Did she make it in the side? Wow.
How good is that?
No reward?
It's too good is the problem.
Yeah.
She had probably the out of the day, if not the out of the tournament already. Within the first hour. She played the one was hanging over the side, but she played it in the corner. And then she played a billiard, the 2 onto the 5.
Yeah.
Then she played a carom, the 2 off the 7. And then she played like a tough shot on the 3, a long thin cut on the 4. Used the rest with a thin cut on the 6. It was the craziest.
Pretty much almost everything.
So I thought she needs to bank the 9 because it was too good, right?
It's almost like when you hit the cycle.
Yeah,
you get a single, double,
exactly.
triple, and a home run.
She just needed to make a jump and a bank, and she'd done everything.
I like what she played there. You know, she just thinned the 4 ball, left distance, and it's pretty tight for him to get past his 7 ball. But
that's such a smart shot. That shows how much she plays on these tables too.
And you know what a great
shot from Brett.
You know, she was in a tough position, and I don't think she could have left it any better.
She did pretty much everything she could,
That's
other
right.
than push that ball a little further over. But I don't know if it was on. She did probably all she could.
No, I think she played that great, and Brent just came back with an even better shot.
Brett's got to like roll this one in super soft, stay short side on the 7. Soft.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna have to come back and forth if he can get past the 7.
How good did he hit that?
Oh.
My only worry there is you land middle table, and now you're too thin on the 7 to get onto the 8, but he did good.
You know, he hit two 2 great shots.
He's
back
been
to
playing
back.
awesome lately. He won the qualifier last week
Okay.
in Airdrie
Nice.
to get into the 580 and under. He might be a force to be reckoned with in that tournament. He's playing pretty good. This for 5-3, race to 9. Might time out perfect for you, John. You might be able to get to hang out right up until your match.
Yeah.
Or, 15 minutes before your match. We'll accept that.
What time do you play at?
Not till tomorrow.
Oh, so you got to buy?
I got the bye.
Nice. Steven was at the house earlier.
And, he plays later tonight.
He plays at 11:30 tonight. Him and his dad, George, stopped by.
He's going to play Nick
Yeah.
tonight. That
That's
should be a good
gonna
one.
be a really good match.
Nick's been playing awesome lately, so.
Steven always brings his game, but
Yeah, he's one of those guys. He just
Nick
never
is somebody you don't
takes a
want
day
to.
off.
Exactly. Nick is one of those guys you don't want to blink. He'll pass you.
He definitely will. I think Ben DeWolf's one of the guys he doesn't play tonight either.
Okay.
Of course, big shout out to him with DCL Labor and Contracting, always helping us with the added money here at LP. And it's hard not to win when you're wearing a nice jam-up jersey like that. It's just hard not to play good.
Yeah, they both are. Lan's got a few of them jerseys kicking around.
Yeah. There's Nick in the chat right there. He's going to give Steven the Keelwood beatdown, I think, today.
Yeah.
He's going to show him the dark roast Keelwood is not to be messed with.
Well, it's funny because, he makes such great jumpers. And Norm has one, and we had league. I used it.
Yep.
4 times.
I know.
And I've made 4 jump
All
shots in a
4,
row.
yeah. Good break there. Kind of figured out the rack a little, although it still looked a bit loose because the 7-9 didn't really move at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay for the 9 to stay still, but I don't think the 7 should have not moved at all. So they are having a little bit of trouble with the rack.
Yeah, it's always tough to get a good solid rack here, and some people spend a lot of time on it, and some people are like me. I get it as tight as I can and just hit them as hard as I can.
Yeah, for sure. As it gets later in the tournament, too, we probably see players take a little longer.
When you get a little deeper in the tournament, definitely the break will matter a little bit more.
Yeah, it's more of a factor, yeah.
I know for myself, when I'm leaning over that table, my back gets so sore if I
Of course.
hunch over too far.
Imagine being shorter, John.
Oh, yeah, definitely your shoulders will hurt, too.
Is he going to try to bank this one with a bit of a two-way in mind? No, it's one-way traffic only, but he didn't get it.
He went for the safety.
This isn't bad,
not
though.
a bad safety, because if Len decides to go for this, getting onto the 2-ball is not easy.
It's not even really an option. I think you just have to, roll this and take distance.
Well, if she aims for that bottom diamond, and she could kind of get that 1 ball to go bank corner on the right side of the 6 and trying to maybe get that cue ball by the 9-7.
Yeah, I like that better than going for this ball.
Mm-hmm. But, it's always different when you're down on the ball. You see things a little bit different.
The way she's been potting, too, I wouldn't put it past her. Just try to roll this one in, take a thin cut on the 2, because you need angle on the 2 to get to the 4 anyway.
Yeah.
But
I think if she rolls this in, she might hook herself. But like I said, it's so hard to see the exact angle that she has.
I think the angle is going just a little to the left.
To the left?
So the cue ball would be on the left side rail.
All right. I thought that the 8 ball might get in the way, but.
Oh, she caught it on the wrong side of town.
And you know what? If she made
This
that,
isn't
I
the
think she
worst
might have been
reward.
okay.
Yeah, it might have, because it double kissed it down there.
That's right. Yeah, she might have had a nice little shot on the 2 if she did make that.
She was trying to power it forward. That's a tricky shot to execute.
But like you said, I think he's kind of got a free bank here. I'm not sure if he can really hold that there for the deuce here.
Yeah, or go into it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think that, because then you overcut the bank. I like banking it the other way on a line by the 8 and hold the cue ball under the 6. But you're right, the free bank goes under the 8 anyway, most times. If it gets there, but it doesn't.
No, she has a chance here. She doesn't have to do a whole lot with the cue ball.
See you later, Nick. Pompeii.
Adios, amigos. We'll see you in a little bit.
He's probably at home practicing his stroke. Getting ready.
He's got that nice gold crown table.
He's got a nice table, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it's gold crown.
I think it's a gold crown, yeah. Okay, this one ball. The tough part about this ball is her hand is kind of impeded by the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Tough shot because of that. If she had a clean bridge, might be not so hard. Oh, wow. How well did she do?
Here. Ooh.
It's just enough. She needed angle.
Yeah,
that was a good shot.
I think she has just enough to make this with natural position onto the 4 ball here.
That was a super shot.
That was a really nice shot.
She got to miss a scratch in the lower left, right?
Mm-hmm.
That should be okay. I don't think she'll come even close. I think she's going to hit first or middle diamond by the side pocket there.
And always the hardest part about this is if you always want to like hit these a little bit softer, you always hit them a little bit fat. So you got to be careful for that little rail here.
Yeah, you got to know to overcut it a bit. Oh, she went with the heavy spin.
Look at this. Oh.
I kind of liked just one rail there, but if she could spin it 2, that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought the 6 was in the way and the 7 was in the way.
Yeah, one rail would have been perfect, but
yeah, just one nice and soft down the left side.
Just
She's still got the 4.
straight
She can
top,
play
yeah.
easy safe here. Tuck behind the 7 or the 9. She's got 2 balls high behind.
she's been fairly aggressive here, so let's see if she does go. It looks like she is going with the safety
Just
here.
rips the 4 rail bank right between the 8, 9. Wouldn't that be great? Oh.
Oh, looks like she put a little inside on there to try to get.
Yeah, I don't know if she was trying to like get behind the 9 or load it up with outside and go behind the 7. Got a little in between there, maybe.
Yeah, and that's always the hard part about using the rest on that shot. It's a delicate shot. And maybe it just kind of got her just in that,
the
like
one,
in between
the one
stroke.
before, yeah, trying to come around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does he cut this in? I think he does. Cue ball goes around onto the 6, not too bad.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
slow
unless
down.
you hit it too slow.
Yeah.
I thought he might go with more spin and go off the end rail, side rail. You know,
That's
come
something
around.
that I would have tried. Try to hit that. Use that top rail.
Maybe the 7 was in the way of the stroke a bit, though, too. Maybe couldn't get the outside spin.
See what kind of safety he lays up here. See if he can get that behind the 7 ball.
He's been playing these pretty good.
Oh, he
got
just
the
nicked
kiss.
the.
Look out. Look out.
Wow.
That's the only thing that could go wrong because the 6 was always going to be safe.
Yep.
You just
And
gotta
if he
watch
doesn't
the
hit that
kiss.
8 ball, I think he gets behind that 7 nicely.
Oh, for sure, he's going to be down on the end rail if nothing else, right?
Mm-hmm. Little unfortunate rub there by Brett. But we'll see if Len can take advantage of this open table here.
You got to be careful on this opening shot. I kind of like leaving the angle to go 2 rails like
Go to the short side.
to the right side of the 7.
Yeah, because
I guess going 1 rail
if you go
to
one,
the left side
that's-
is okay too.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you don't put too much juice and hit that 8 ball.
I'd be worried that I land straight in on the 7 too, you know, and near the rail.
Mm-hmm.
I like this way.
I think she's just going to draw straight up table.
Yeah, you could draw too. So many different ways here, right? You just got to
Yeah.
make sure you leave angle. Don't put the cue ball on the rail.
Don't hit that horn on the side pocket.
Don't get the horn. Like, there's some things that can go wrong. The 9 is in an awkward spot here for
Yeah.
sure.
You think she might just go 1 rail and go in this way instead of going the other way? I think
Looks like
she's just loading up to go straight bottom.
She's going to draw it up the left side. The only thing I don't like about this is you end up on the rail too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like this.
And don't be straight in.
You end up straight in and near the rail. And then you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
I think she got just enough angles. She play the 8 in the top right. Don't need to play the 8 in the side.
Yeah. Ideally, you know, a few inches higher or a few inches below this ball would be perfect. Then you don't have to force the cue ball as much.
Well, yeah, you're right. She's got to force it a little to get closer to the 8. And then you got to make sure you don't overhit it and have the wrong angle on the 8.
Yeah. So,
Look at that timing.
I was just about to say, it's easy to double these up, too.
Yeah, it is. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. You play it with a little inside, it's easy to catch it thick for sure.
Now she's in a situation here.
The safety is not easy here, so you might just try to roll this one in. I'm not seeing an easy safe. Oh, I see your opponent over there.
Oh, yeah. He's getting ready.
He's going to have to be.
Well, what do you think? Do you think put it in to like just hammer it into the top left-hand corner?
Yeah.
And force it 2 rails down table?
Yeah, I like that. Because if you overcut it, I was almost thinking just safe that way.
Mm-hmm.
Just overcut it to that top left.
Yeah.
And the cue ball goes like down near the 9, and the 8 stays on the top rail. But it's hard to tell from this angle if she has that. But it's also the cue ball in the jaws. It's not easy to execute, even if that's a shot, you know?
Yeah, she's definitely in one of the worst places on the table here. So she decided to go for a bank corner here, and she really didn't miss it by a whole lot.
Did I see a match end already? It looks like Mike Lapointe. I'm guessing he didn't beat Derek 9-0.
Derek Moore?
Probably went the other way around. But you never know. Maybe he just slashed in a whole bunch of 9 balls.
Was that Derek Moore?
Yeah, he played Derek, yeah.
Okay.
I
When we walked in here, Derek was outside having a cigarette.
I play the winner, so I assume it was Derek. Sticks and Bones in the chat. New room in High River. Welcome.
That's always tricky from that angle, is you always end up shooting it into the rail because that bottom right that you want to put on, you know, people always end up hitting that just a little bit fat because of the deflection.
Deflects it into the left.
That's
Deflects it to the left. That's right.
Well, I hope everything's okay there, Sticks and Bones. They had a little water damage today.
Water. We know about that at LP.
Next table, I'm up.
Next table, Pay Pompey. Before 8:30, that's good time, say?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're not last in that round, so.
If I win, I play again at 11:30 tonight.
No. There's not 2 matches tonight. There's only one.
It showed. Maybe I said 11:30 a.m.?
It would be a.m.,
Oh, my God. I'm not a morning person.
There's not time for 2 matches tonight for
Okay.
anybody. Whoever had a bye doesn't play tonight.
Well, that's why I got here at this time. I was going to come earlier, but I thought I was going to be here till like 11:30. And that's a nice shot there by Brent.
It's going to go way too far. And if this ends up on the rail, it's a lot harder. Oh, it's okay. I think he makes this.
Well, considering where it could have ended up, this is a really good spot for Brent, I think. Gives him a really good opportunity to go up here 6-3.
Lost the Jumbotron, but they're going to fix it, they said, in a few days. Well, that's good.
Okay.
We've had the water, the leaky roof here at LP, too, so.
Yeah, putting buckets out beside of the tables, on top of a table.
Just know we feel your pain. Yeah, once it just went all over a 9-foot. It was crazy. It was not good. Timeout, they said. Timeout. Lan is calling a timeout. Each player gets a 5-minute timeout at any point during the match.
She needs a cigarette.
It's probably a good time for you to go get your cue out and get ready to play anyway, John. You need a timeout as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's a table to practice on here.
No.
I'm not sure if that match ended here. I see Peter and John Savoy over there taking a picture with Steph.
Yeah.
Maybe they're packing up here, so it looks like I might be up on that table.
That's happening. You're right.
Well, when I get off that match there, I'll see if I have time. I'll come jump back on the mic and keep you guys company for a little bit.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
And away he goes, off to play Chan Lee. Round 1 fight. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the match. Make sure you share the stream for us, people. Lots of great pools still to come tonight. Should be at least 2 more matches, I believe. Possibly 3. Could we be so lucky? maybe an 8:30 match or around 8:30, a 10 o'clock match, and possibly an 11:30 match. And Sticks and Bones. Tracy, I assume that's you, Tracy. Could be Chris, but I think it's Tracy. We wish you were here too. You're here in spirit and here on the stream. Lou from New Jersey. What's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. And if anybody else is just tuning in, we're at the 2024 Len Sbitney Memorial Pool Tournament at Leather Pocket Billiards. You're listening to Ben Francis on the mic here. You guys got me all evening. I don't have a match tonight. I got to bye. So you're stuck with me all night. Lots and lots of great pools. So make sure you guys share the stream. Click the thumbs up on the YouTube. We're live on both Facebook and YouTube. Share, share, share. That's all we ask out of these free streams. These guys are just on a little timeout. There's John Pei Pompey's opponent, Chan Lee, chatting it up with Martin. Over here on the 7-foot side, give you guys a little peek. This is what the 7-foot table side is going to look like. We're going to have some 7-foot table 8-ball matches tomorrow, later in the afternoon. But the room is busy. It's popping tonight. Lots of players hanging out. Shooting some pool on the 7-foots. Watching the tournament matches on the 9-foots. Brett Armsden leading 6-3 in this race to 9. Lots of great jam-up shirts in the room. I'm seeing tons of jam-up, of course. Local owners here. A couple of our good friends, Stephanie Toy and Grant Zemp. Owners of Jam Up Apparel, part owners, along with our good friends Damien, Pong Panic, and Mindy, of course. And personally, I had an amazing time at BCA tournament hanging out with the whole Jam Up team. It was super nice to just feel part of a team like that, and I could feel them all just pulling for me hard while I was playing my matches. So head on over to jamupapparel.com, get all your pool apparel needs there. Team jerseys. That's the only place to go for team jerseys. Personalized however you want. And get a cool one like Brett has with his name on it. Scratching the side there. Straight in. Let's see if Lan can put a rack together here. Keep herself in this match. Biggest thing you're always looking for in these races, keep your opponent off of the hill. So you got some wiggle room. We got great news happening. There's matches finishing. You love to see it because we got lots of matches to play tonight. Brackets up on Challenge. Yeah, the shoes, David. The jam-up shoes, they're awesome. I got myself a pair of the yellow ones. I'm going to get a pair of the black runners. They look real nice. Looks like Len has just a tiny little angle on this too. Can maybe go forward, try to miss the 6 off the right side rail. Lots of right siding. Nah, she's thinking about it. I don't think it's that easy. She might be just taking a long shot on the 3, which is going to be a problem. Being the 5 is all the way up there with the cue ball. You got to go like 7 feet to the object ball and then another 7 feet to the next ball. Makes for a lot of speed happening. Saw some good players lurking there, getting ready for their opening round matches. Edwin, Brady, Harvey, Kraus in the house. People, Harvey, if you've never watched him play, is an inspiration to all of us. Harvey, 80 years old, almost 80, I believe. He had a stroke a number of years ago. I want to say like 20 years ago. 18 years ago, somewhere in that range. And he's figured out a way to play opposite hand with one hand shooting pool. And he can run out still. Super player. Made all his own little tools to play on the table with to help him play with one hand. If you've never seen him shoot, it's definitely worth coming to watch play. He's a super player. Good shot here from Barrett. After the mistake from Lan on the long 3 ball, it was real long. Landing straight in on the 2 was the problem. Led to an awkward 3. This 6 ball is going to be real far away, and he's going to be in the worst spot. You can be jacked up over the 7. This shot is nightmarish. And I don't know how much you can do with the 7 anyway. You have to kind of just play the combo, which might be his saving grace. If he doesn't make the 6, at least the 7 is still a little awkward to get on. Yeah, catching that one thick is definitely happening a ton. Hard to not hit it thick. Kind of start to remember those ones over time. You aim a little thinner, but you still catch them thick. It's just one of those shots. Lan's really got to do something here. Got to keep herself in this match. Down 6-3. 6-4 is not so bad. 7-3 is looking a little ominous. Oh, I like this line. How's the speed? Need to slow down just a little. It looks to be just about perfect. What a great shot from Len. Nice line she found there. Good speed too. Got the cue ball just a little bounce off the rail, and she got a nice natural angle here to just roll this one in. No siding, no bottom needed, I don't think. I think she's missing the scratch. I think she's just taking a look at the tangent line there, but I think it's okay. And now she's elevated. Makes this shot a little bit tougher. I still favor her, though. Gonna draw this one a bit to miss the scratch. She's overcut it. And now an equally tricky shot for her opponent. Brett needs to dial up a long one here to try to get to 7-3. Tries to punch it in, but he catches. Look like the side rail first a bit. But he's got second prize. I don't think the 7 passes the 8. Len will need to play a safety here. Can't try anything crazy. I don't think the combo is worth going for from that distance. I like trying to send the 7 by the 9 on the bottom rail there. And just keep some distance. He might get cover with the 9, but kind of be more worried about just getting the distance. Lots of great pools still to come tonight. Make sure you guys share that stream for me every time I go live. Probably shut it down and restart it in between matches, just to give a little reset so you guys don't get bored just watching an empty table and whatnot. But these matches are going to be fast and furious. They're going to be coming at us quick, so don't go far. And if you haven't already, make sure you like and follow the Facebook, subscribe on the YouTube. That way you get notified when we go live. Brett looking to inch a little closer to round 2 here. Couple balls and a couple wins away. Avoids the scratch nicely there. He flirted with it a bit, but he hit it perfect. Got himself a little closer to this 9, and he made it a guarantee. And I don't say that very often in pool because I would jinx him, but that was unjinxable. Cleaned it up nicely there. Brett gonna break here. Winner breaks. Got some basic 9-ball rules happening. 3-foul rule in effect. 1 ball on the spot. Winner breaks. A little bit old school rules here, you could say. We got a nice dress code because it is a memorial tournament. We hope the players want to dress nicely as well. Keep it classy. And Brett just going to wait for the players on the table beside, which appears to be Kevin Plowman there with the red shoes, the red hat, the red jam-up shirt. My guy over there matching. Look at him go. He's playing Johnny Andrick. Looks like a pretty good opening round match. Pretty evenly matched, those two gents, I believe. Big break here from Brett. He's got a ball or 2. Tough shot on the 1. Don't know if the back cut into the bottom right is available. The scratch in the side might be on. Definitely real tough to tell from our angle, but see what he does here. Tend to favor the safety. I don't know. The cut in the side is certainly on too. Lots of left spin. Send it around. Yeah, he plays the cut in the side. I didn't see it at first, but that's a nice shot. And I think that's the 3 down here near the bottom left corner. Nope, it's the 5. So it's the 4 here, purple 4, back and forth across for the 5 in the same pocket. Ooh, how'd he hit that? He hit it too sweet. He lost the cue ball a bit. He might be shooting this one in the opposite corner of what he first intended. Could still back cut this one in, but it's definitely real thin. Looks like that's what he's going to do. 6 ball appears to be a bit of an issue up there, but the billiard onto the 8 might be available. Ooh, and that one almost threw thick and missed the pot, but he did real well here. This is perfect if the billiard is available. I think it is. And I think the 6 ball is going to lay decent after too. See what he does, reaching for the rest. There's a nice little safe here, too, where you can freeze up on the 8, but you try to freeze up on the left side of the 8, so you don't leave the right side rail for the baby kick. You gotta hit this one nice and delicate. It's pretty tough with the rest, yeah. I think the 8 was on there. The way he hit it, was he going for the 8? I think he was playing the safe, but when you look at the path the 8 took, I think he could have made the 8 there. Nonetheless, this is the chance Len was really hoping for. The one she needed, keep her opponent off the hill, is very important. She's got to get some wins on the board here before it's too late. I definitely like trying to go under the 8 here with a little draw, but I think it's pretty tough. Oh, she tries to go under the 7. I like that even better. She just came up a little short. That's not worst case scenario. She's left a real tough shot here with cue ball going the wrong way of getting easy on the 7. Entry fee for this was staggered, Jeff, so it was $35 for a 550 and under Fargo. It was $50 for 551 to 650, $75 for 651 to 720, and $100 for 721 and higher. Brett makes a nice one on the 6 to get onto the 7. That was not an easy shot. The big old bank with the follow. Nice one on the 7. Looks good on the 8. Doesn't want the cue ball on the rail, but not the worst thing in the world either. Cue ball on the rail there. He can keep straight on that one, which he does. Fires in the 9 to put himself on the hill. Brett coming to play here. Good plumbing and heating. He ain't messing around. Up 8-3 over Lan Fong in the opening round. It's a big win for him if he can complete. And you're welcome, Jeff. Of course, check them out. Good plumbing and heating. Always give a big thanks to our sponsors here. Even if you don't use their services, make sure you thank them for kicking in, helping out with the added money. And winner breaks, as you can see on the bottom of your scoreboard there, racing to 9. Brett is on the hill, up 8-3, and he's moving his cue ball right near the middle here. That's where you can really tell they're struggling with the rack. This is kind of when you see the 9 moving a little bit. Counts in the top 4 only. Yeah, you're not often going to make a ball when you hit it from the middle. But if you're struggling, then you move it around, right? The definition of insanity is trying the same thing but expecting a different result. So if you're not making a ball, you're not getting the result you want, you got to move it around. You got to try something different. Typically 9 balls, a game you want to break from the side rail. And the wing ball tends to go in more, the corner ball. Let's see if Lan can keep it together, mount a bit of a comeback. If I'm her, I'm thinking about just trying to win one game at a time, obviously. But I also figure if I could get it to like 8-6, my opponent's going to start feeling the heat. How good is that touch? How good is that? And those are the kind of things that can start putting it on your opponent. You keep doing that for a couple of racks in a row, and they'll start thinking about losing. Right now, up 8-3, they're thinking about nothing but winning. You got to make them think about losing a bit. I thought she might try to do just a little bit more with that cue ball. Maybe punch it just a little bit more. Because the 5 to the 6 is the issue. So he wanted to get really good on the 4 to try and be able to be precise with the shape on the 5. I think she needs to elevate the back end of the cue here a bit. Get underneath this cue ball. Or does she have angle to go forward and miss the 9? I don't think so. That's what she's looking at here. That would certainly be preferred, but I don't think that's there. She's got to be careful where she lands on this 5, too. Oh, she's going to take the shot on the 5. I don't like that. And I'll tell you why, because how do you get to the 6 from here without flinging the cue ball around? And I may even contemplate playing safe here. As crazy as it seems. This is a very, very difficult shot to execute. Cutting this into the top right. You need to play a little low right spin, mostly right spin, which is inside spin. Super tough from this angle. You got to fling the cue ball around 3 rails and pick the window between the 7-9. This is a 10 out of 10 hard. Oh, she's going to make it Brett's problem, because she has not left this easy for him either. Very tricky shot, this one, with the cue ball near the rail. He needs lots of right spin to get that cue ball down near the 6 if he's going to go for the shot. I don't hate the safety here either. You guys will probably hear me say that lots. Safety first. Usually the percentage tells you don't try anything too crazy. But what a stroke that is. How good did he hit that with inside juice off 2 rails? Gets the rub on the 6. Love to be left-handed for this one, but he can get the rest out, I think, and be okay here. Low right spin maybe gets him on the 7 into the same pocket. If not, he could probably play the cue ball into the 8. Well, this is a little tricky with the rest to get the low right. So he might just have to play this with some top. Nice and natural. Soft into the 8 to stop the cue ball. Just like that. He played it to absolute perfection. And now only 3 balls left to get into tomorrow morning's round 2. And at the conclusion of this, we're going to have the next one up real quick. So don't go far, people. The bracket is on Challenge if you'd like to follow along. And it's under the heading LP Len Memorial, I believe. Oh, and that 8-ball hanging in the jaws. He rattles it. And Len, with one more chance, I'd be thrilled to be shooting this if I was Len. Hooked, but no problem. Better than not shooting. Better to be shooting this than not shooting at all, right? I always tell my teammates, my friends and stuff, like, don't get upset when your opponent does this. Just be happy that you get to shoot again. Because it could always be worse. They could have just made it and ran you out. But this is a nice one. The two-rail kick lays pretty good. Just got to be a little bit careful here that you do clip the second rail. You don't want to hit this one too full and follow it in. But it's nice. The balls are on a parallel, so you just pick the middle point and go a touch to the right of that. Should be okay. And here we go. The shot to keep her alive in the match. Speed looks good. How's the line? The line is no good. She was trying to make sure she caught that second rail first. You couldn't just one rail it. You risk scratching. Bit of a tough roll there. Lan got a couple tough rolls in this match. But Brett played fantastic. He made some super shots. It's a double elimination tournament, so Lan will stick around. Play again tomorrow, later afternoon. On the one last side, on the 7-foot, look at Kung Dao getting in there quick to practice, so the next match must be up right away. I'm going to shut it down, restart it. We'll be right back, folks. Do not go far. And I'm actually just going to leave it running for a minute. I'm going to go find out what the next match is. I may just leave it running. So hang out for a moment, folks. Don't go anywhere. Okay, Stephanie has told me Brady and Kung Dao, that should be a good match. Don't go far. These guys are just going to warm up for a minute, and then we'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Brady to break first. Gonna be a good one. Make sure you guys share the stream. We got a barn burner here. Brady Golan taking on Kung Dao. First round action. We got two heavyweights about to get it on. Super excited to watch Brady. I'm always looking to watch Brady play pool. If you don't learn watching Brady, you're not paying attention. Pay attention. Make sure you guys share that stream. Click the thumbs up on the YouTube. Guaranteed to be a great match. Brady with the first break here. Let's see if he's figured out how to rack it good. And where to hit it from. I'm going to be paying attention. Let me tell you, if I go a little quiet, it's because I'm either mesmerized or I'm trying to take notes. Let's watch how he hits it here. Does not usually let up on the break. This is going to be one of the powerhouse breakers, I believe. He hits it nice. Look at the cue ball. Sticks the cue ball beautifully. You think he figured out the rack? This guy could be very dangerous with winner breaks 9 ball. And if anybody's curious why we did winner breaks, it is to try and speed up the tournament a little bit. It's no secret with 80 players and a race to 9 that this first round and second round is going to take some time. So winner breaks, we feel, will possibly speed it up a little. Seems to be moving fairly smooth so far. Oh, it looked like he overcut that one a little bit. How good is the cue ball? Maybe overcut on purpose. So we're kind of timing these matches at an hour and a half apiece. And so we're hoping to get through the first and some of the second round tonight. But Stephanie Toy was nice enough to make a sweet little post with times for everybody so they knew when they're playing tonight or if they were playing tonight. I didn't see how Brady ended up stuck behind the 7, but it looks like he had a thin one on the 5, and that'll do it. Anytime you end up real thin on the ball, you kind of tend to lose the speed control a bit, and he's reaching for the short cue here. And what kind of short cue does he have there is the question. Is it one like a Knicks jumper where he might have just cut that ball in, but is he getting second prize? Will this get by the side pocket? I don't think so. I'm going to go that's a negative, and Kung Dao's going to love what he sees here. Nice, easy little 3-ball out to get himself on the board in the match early. He's looking at this one like it's a little close by the 7, though. Unfortunately, we don't have a top-down view or a side view for this event, but in the future, I am going to be working on some stuff like that for our local tournaments here. If anybody didn't know, I'm the manager here at Leather Pocket, so I try to always be improving not only the pool room, but the stream as well. And that way you guys can see the pool room. So Kung's gone to the short cue here. You see him try to line up his body nice, get everything in line, and then just keep the line. Smart way to jump the ball. I favor him to make this one. Oh, but he loses the cue ball. Double bouncing off the table. He hit it way too hard. He hit it real firm. That's one where you almost have to elevate a touch more and take a bit off. try to just really make sure you keep that cue ball on the table, because favored to make that ball, that's all you really need to do is make sure you keep that cue ball. Brady with the first rack. And a question from Jeff here in the Facebook. Are the 7-foot diamonds used in the tournament? They will be used on the one-loss side here on the B side. We're going to be playing 8-ball on the 7-foot diamonds. Racing a 7. That'll also be winner breaks. And there is some small action happening over there. I can see Kevin Beskel and Alan Wang mixing it up as usual. And as you can see there, all coming together. Second annual Len Sbitney Memorial Pool Tournament. We ended up with $1,000 added and 80 players. We opened it up. And a big shout out to our great sponsors. Of course, DCL Labor and Contracting always helping us out with the added money. And a new one this time, Brett Armsden, who we just watched on the stream there. Brett's with Good Plumbing and Heating, so a big thank you to him as well for helping out with the added money. And congratulations to Brett for playing a good match there. He beat Lan 9-3, which, let me tell you, is no easy feat. And at some point during the weekend here, you guys might get a somewhat quieter stream. If we do happen to have everybody playing at the same time, we may just have a muted stream. Hopefully not. But also, there's a lot of work to be done here running these events and trying to run the pool room at the same time. But it's a team effort, and I can't thank Stephanie Toy enough for helping me out with this one. With Larry being out of town, couldn't get the time off of work to make it in town here for the weekend. But he'll be back for the next one. Kung Dao playing a push out here. Push the 4 right over the hole. And there's a chance Brady gives this one back. It's not an easy safe. You don't see these guys give it back too much, though. Brady might try to bank this one over and use the 7 for cover. Is that even a shot from here? What is he playing? Oh, how crafty is this? Banking the 1 over off a couple rails and playing the cue ball safe. Up and down. This is why I go quiet sometimes, paying attention. Because that's a really good shot with lots of inside spin. So many good things can happen, and guaranteed to leave a lot of distance. As long as you get the cue ball right, which he was always going to get it right. I was just going to say, Kung Dao would love to make a shot like this to kind of settle the nerves a bit. And I think he's done just that. And is this 2-9 as available as it looks? Is it dead straight, or is he playing forward? Oh, stunning to get shape on the 3-9. Oh, this looks pretty good. He may be able to stop the cue ball there for somewhat of a two-way shot, which he'd love to do, being there's a ton of distance. Oh, he just rifles the combo like it's a hanger. How about that? I'm here, he says. Can you see me now? Kung Dao tying it up at 1-all. What a shot he's made there. Just absolutely fired it. Nick's cue innovation. Check him out. He's got a cool Facebook page where he's always posting Lots of cool little videos of him doing shots, and some of his cue work on there is epic. You don't have to be local to hook up with Nick. You can ship him your cue. I've had plenty of players ask me who I recommend. I always recommend Nick. And they'll ship their cue. He'll do the repairs or whatnot and ship it back, or he'll ship you a jump cue or a shaft or build you a nice cue. He's building beautiful keelwood shafts. They're the hot thing on the market now. They hit super, super straight, very stiff. Speaking of stiff, that scratch was a little stiff. Kind of uncalled for. Don't know if he quite deserved that. Brutally kicked in. Brady with ball in hand. Oh, he let that one rip. He got the carbon juice going there. But he hit it nice. He's okay. His 3 hanging. You can see he wanted to be on the other side of the 2 so he could get the cue ball down on this bottom rail. Kind of float the 3 in the other way. He might have to float it in from the other side of the ball. Let's see what he does here. Oh, and he goes for it. He goes for that bottom rail still. Does he get there? You see, half shake of the head means he's okay. He's just not exactly where he wants to be. You guys can maybe see we're not too zoomed in. We're about halfway, kind of. But you can maybe see he's got a bit of this, not the side arm stroke, but he's got a bit of the side aim. So he kind of like, he's got his head cocked to the side a little bit. But that cue is like super dead under his eye. And his stroke is as straight as you'll ever see in any cue sport. Shirley says go Kung go, and Nick is the best. You know, you got that right. Nick is the best. And go Kung go, there's going to be a few Kung Dao fans in the house cheering him on. I see a whole bunch of his friends sitting there. The Filipino crowd, they love Kung Dao. Oh, he's going to get a little close to this one. He's going to get a little close to this one. What does he do now? This is a tricky little shot. Adam, yeah, absolutely. I was just kind of talking about how in the future we'd love to get some better camera angles going in here too. We're going to paint in the spring. Painting is in the future. Should say the summer, rather, not the spring. And maybe in the future we get some other lights where I could do a top-down. Look, this cue ball is going to get super long. This is a good result. He's not going to hate that. I don't think the 9 is impeding the pot, but I can't see him going for the top right. It's just too hard. The shot here is to play the 8 into the top left with the bank. If you miss the bank, cue ball tends to come long, and the 8 tends to rest on the top rail if you can get the speed correct, kind of once and a half across. And that's the shot he plays. He's trying to go underneath the 9 too, which he doesn't get, but he's got a good result here. It's a good shot. Leonard wants to know why we weren't at CCS Niagara streaming. We don't have the CCS contract anymore currently. It is left to Mr. Ryan Epp. Also, just crazy busy. I'm almost glad we didn't have it this year. I miss the CCS tournaments very dearly. So much fun. But this year has just been tough. This year's been tough. It's like crazy busy. One event after another, and I know Grant has got his hands full too. He's in China, if anybody's following Grant Zemp. He's in China. Longest trip of his life, he said. So far. Longest trip of his life so far. He's got a couple more trips to go. Busy boy. Jam up, making big moves, as always. Adam, yeah, absolutely got to hook up for a lesson soon. You know it, buddy. Yeah, it's a couple of years, but we were just talking about busy, right? It's hard to find time for stuff. Life gets in the way of pool all the darn time. Jeff wants to know how long I was in Vegas. I was there for 10 days, which was plenty long enough, let me tell you. Vegas will wear on a guy. Oh, look at this. Nice shot. Nice return from Kung. Nice tap of the table there from Brady. He recognizes a good shot. Brady kind of played a similar shot just now. And Kung kind of one-upped him, made it a little tougher. I don't know that Brady still has that shot. Depends how far off the rail this is. You see what he's looking at here is a rail first to try to cut this in. This would be real crafty because you can get this cue ball long pretty easily. And if you miss the cut, the 8 probably stays up there. You just don't want to leave it in the jaws. So lots of left spin, top rail first. No, it wasn't there, so he went for the thin on the left side. And how did he hit that? Just razor thin from 7 feet away. 8 feet. That was good. That was real good. Are we paying attention? You guys want to learn something? This is a guy you can learn something from. Both players very knowledgeable of the game. Brady definitely seen all the shots. This is a beautiful little safety battle on the 8. Ended by Brady's shot was just too good. Kung had no choice but to try and go for the bank. And he's left it. I don't blame him for going for the bank there. There's not a lot else he could do. Sometimes if the safety is as hard as the shot, you kind of like to go out swinging. Give yourself a chance, you know? Oh my goodness. Has he missed this 9-ball? That could be a shot we remember later on in this match if Kung could make this 9 and punish him for it. This is a big one you got to bear down on. You got to make sure he remembers missing that one, and he misses it back. Worst case scenario. You can't let him get away with it, and he let him get away with it. And he's conceded the 9. Brady wasn't missing that one, let me tell you. Not twice in a row. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Epic safety battle on the 8. Brady wins his safety battle. Totally blows the 9. And Kung doesn't punish him for it. He'll definitely be remembering that one. You just can't be missing those kind of balls. You got to be absolutely punishing your opponent for misses like that. Nonetheless, 2-1 Brady breaking. Winner breaks here. The 2024 Len Sbitney Memorial. Let's see if he gives it a little extra this time. Relatively the same speed. 9-ball floats over the lower right corner. Nothing has gone in. And Kung speed walks to the table. Does the 1 go in the lower left? If it does, he might shoot the 1, then the 2-9 combo. It's possible the 1 passes the 2, 7, 9 to make the 9 right now. Predator hits better than Mez. You just know you need Predator. Oh, and it was well available, that 9-ball. Kung Dao drains it. 2-all. I mean, from a streaming tournament directing side of view, let's see a few more of those. Just tonight. Just to speed up these opening rounds. But as it gets later in the tournament, nobody wants to see that. We want to see those epic safety battles on the 8-ball, right? Okay, folks, 2-2. Race to 9. Make sure you share that stream. That's all we ever ask with these free streams from Q Sports Live. Just share it. Give it a share on the Facebook. Click the thumbs up on the YouTube. Subscribe, follow, like, all that stuff, you know. All the stuff that's free for you to do as well. Oh, look at this break from Kung. How'd he hit that one? I think he leaned into it a little there. Got the leg kick a little going. That was nice. And he can see this one to make it. It's a little thin, so shape on the 2 is not easy. I don't hate going 4 rails here. It's kind of natural, if there ever was a natural 4-rail path. It's just like top with a touch of outside. He's going to try to hold it. It's just really, really hard to hold those thin cuts. Really, really hard. It's funny to think that going 4 rails there is easier than going 1, but it can be. It can be. Brady goes 2 with inside beautifully. Good control there. Table looks nice. 3 over the side, 4 over the opposite side leads you to the 5 easy. From either side of the 5 is acceptable. Not much to be done here. And the 9 over the hole, you wouldn't think we'd see it missed again. He's kind of on the wrong side of this 3. He could play this with a little inside and try to play the 4 on the side, then the 5 in the top left. But we might see him just go 1 rail across, 5 in the lower left, or juice around off 3 rails. That works. See, he's on the correct side of the ball here, so he can just roll this one in. Shoot the 5 in the lower left next. He looks to be a little off angle, but this is fine. He wants angle on the 7 anyway. You kind of never want to be straight in, so just a little stun draw. Had even less angle than I thought, and made it look way easier than it was, I believe. So after missing the 1 ball, Kung getting punished here. Brady won't be missing this 9 ball. And a 3-2 lead. Albert saying, Kung Dao, please. That could only mean that the winner of this is playing Albert. Is that a thing? No. Oh, yeah. If Albert wins his opening match, he's probably going to run into the winner of this. This is why we see him begging for mercy already. And of course, as it would work out, one of the oldest guys in the room is going to be playing one of the last matches of the night. Actually, two of the older guys, Harvey Kraus and Gary Stelter, going to be playing some late ones tonight. Albert's going to play later tonight against Steve Legg. Should be a good match, that one. Albert's going to have to work. Work, Bert, work. Okay, I'm looking at challenge. Looks like we got one more match in round one. Is Scott Martin versus Cameo. Although I haven't seen Cameo yet. And then we're going to be up to the top of players who didn't have a bye. If you're following along with the challenge bracket, we're going to be playing players that already had an opponent in round two, so to say. So not the players with the bye. Is it going to be Hill? Shirley wonders. It's certainly looking like a little back and forth action here, right? Be nice to see some Hills. Maybe later in the tournament. We need some more blowouts here and get through these opening round matches, right? Okay, Brady's made a super shot on the 2. Cue ball all the way around, perfectly off 3 rails for shape on the 3. How good was that? Banks the 2. Cue ball around 3 rails to get a window between the 4-7 perfectly onto the 3. He looks ready. Warren Ortiz walks away. He says, I've seen enough here. Warren winning his opening match 9-4. And so we do still have 16 matches, so kind of 2 more rounds. And we're on good schedule here. We were predicting an hour and a half per match. And we're beating that. Look at this. You got the super carbon juice there. He probably hates that once in a while. He loves it, and then he hates it. I'm sure of it, because that's how I feel about it. Like, I love that I can do that, but I hate that I can do that. And it happens when I don't want to do that. Does he go for the razor thin cut in the lower left? I think not. I think he plays this bank in the side with a little two-way speed. Oh, he cuts inside, and he knew it right away. He overcut it. And back and forth we go. Kung Dao with the 6-7-9 to get it to 3-3. Mind you, the 6 ball is far from easy. Cue ball near the rail makes it tougher too. Wow, he did well there. You could see the speed he played it at was tough too. Tough to roll your ball like that, but man, he did good. And he's going to get the rest. Kung Dao, similar to me, a little vertically challenged. Just slightly vertically challenged. Pokes that one in nicely. You can see he's used that thing before. Albert cheering hard. Ooh, looked like he stood up, maybe overcut it a bit, but no problem, no problem. 3 all, race into 9. Another shout out to our great sponsors of this event. Good Plumbing and Heating, Brett Armsden helping out with the added money. Big thanks to him, as well as DCL Labor and Contracting. My good buddy Ben DeWolf, always helping out. And sometimes I love watching walk-in customer pool. Some walk-in customers playing on the 7-foot. Dude runs out. He's playing with his girlfriend or his wife. He runs out to the 8 and plays a safety on her, leaving it tied up. But they're playing ball in hand behind the line, so she scratches, and he's got no shot because it's behind the line. Yeah, you gotta love that. Good old competitive fun. Pool's such a great game. Kung Dao's not thinking that way after the dry break, and he's left Brady pretty straight in on this one. And the dude shanks the 8 and rages. Fun time is over, he says. Oh, that is funny. I think because he didn't hit the 8 or something, he lost the game. Good entertainment. Blaine, yeah, sorry you couldn't make it this year, pal. Says he had a good time last year. There's always next year, bud. We're going to do this tournament every year. As long as I'm breathing. As long as we got a pool room to do it in. We'll do it every year to remember the great man. Brady looking pretty clean through this out so far. Straight in the side on this 7. Stop shot or maybe a soft roll. Yeah, he tends to like these nice natural cue ball paths. Some players might stop there and then draw the cue ball. He likes this kind of roll it, you know. Let the cue ball do what the cue ball wants to do. Look at how he just misses the 9 there beautifully. Notice how he gets a nice bounce off this right side rail too. You don't want to land straight in, as we mentioned before, and on the rail. Oh, he's coming up a little short here, but I don't see it being a big problem. Our bar rules players, poor guy broke and about 2 balls moved. Let the rage continue. Okay, Brady cleans that one up nice. Yeah, snooker background of Brady for sure. If for those who are not aware, Brady played professional snooker for a number of years. I like to tell people when Brady's in the room, you think you're feeling pressure. The dude played at the Crucible. For those snooker fans out there, that's like snooker heaven. Mr. Zemp tuning in from the other side of the world. Grant's in China. Hopefully you get a chance to watch some pool while you're there too, Grant. I know you're going to be busy, but I hope you get to watch a little too. Hayball is such an amazing game. Such a beautiful game. Okay, Brady to break. He's squaring it pretty good, but the rack again. Be careful with this one. It's going to be racking tough by the looks of it. take some settling in. Ooh, Grant's going to go watch Kelly's match tomorrow. Nice. Nice. Kelly Fisher making some noise in the hay ball. Showing the boys how it's done. Oh, and you're at the venue for the opening ceremonies. I'm super jealous, Grant. I'm living vicariously through you this year. You're going to pave the way. Tell me all about it. Experience it for me. I'm going to use all that experience when I go next year. Okay, looking pretty thin on this one. Does he go for it? I think he does, because the cue ball has a half decent path missing the 4 going up and down like this. Undercut it a little. Yeah, all the pictures, Grant. I want all the pictures. Okay, Kung has to make a thin one here. And Soft makes it tricky. He overcuts it, and the cue ball's gone. See you later, cue ball. Heading to the Great Wall in 20 minutes. That's a cool thing to say. Just going to head to the Great Wall of China in about 20 minutes. Nice. Enjoy, sir. Soak it all in. Oh, no way he had the gap through there. Pool gods say, not again. Oh, look at that. Blaine says this tourney inspired him to trade his 7-foot for a 9-foot. I like it. Everybody should trade their 7-foot for a 9-foot. 9-foot's a great table. Look out. Oh. And that could be a bit of a maybe turn the tides point, because the tides were going back and forth. And I feel like Brady's a big favorite now to take a 2-game lead. Oh, I bet it's a super amazing trip, Grant. That's kind of something, you know, a lot of people love to do once in their life. Not everybody gets to experience something like that, so I hope you make the most of it. And eat some food that you haven't ate before. Okay, I feel like he maybe didn't want to land this straight in on this ball. More angle might have been nice, but at least he can reach it from here. And maybe he was trying to be straight in and just pinch it back so he could just shoot the 8 in the side nice and easy. Made it look easy. Oh, he's going forward here, so it's not that easy. Watch the point. Oh, that was the only thing going to stop him there. He hits that point. He's going way thinner on this 9. So thin, he may have played safe. Instead, it's a 5-3 lead, Mr. Gollin, racing to 9. And if you're just joining us, it's the 2024 Len Sbitney Memorial Pool Tournament here at Leather Pocket Billiards in Calgary, Alberta. $1,000 added, and we ended up with 80 players. We opened it up. It's just one tournament a year where we try to get as many people who want to play able to play. So although that poster said capped at 64, we couldn't let all those players not be able to play. So as soon as we saw a whole bunch on the wait list, there was only one thing to do. See if Brady figured out the rack here. Not so much about how they're hitting the break. It's very much so about how the balls are racking. And that looked like a much better rack. Wing ball flies in. That bottom right corner, as you can see, the 8-ball, nothing but net. And the 1 ball on the side is nice. That's kind of a ball he might be trying to make now because the wing ball doesn't seem to be a guarantee. He's got a long one on this too, but I think he's cueing pretty clean around the 3. And he hits that one nice and smooth. Good shot. And you can see a bit of a crowd forming. They know maybe Brady's starting to get in stroke here. I'm going to try to gather around and watch the master at work. And thank you, Jim Orzel. I hope you're doing okay, pal. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I hope you get to watch it lots this weekend. And I hope it brightens up your day a little bit, pal. And Grant, careful what you eat out there. When I say try something new, I'm going to encourage you to be careful too. Don't eat it if you don't know what it is. But for those who don't know, Grant, he's very much a meat and potatoes kind of guy. So, you know, being in another country, whole different culture, much different diet out there. Okay, good little save from Brady. He's left Kung a bit of a free kick here. And he's going to get a half a result. Brady has a bit of a two-way shot here. He could try to play the 4 up into the top right corner whilst keeping the cue ball behind the 6. Bit of a 3-way shot, as he'll have shape on the 5 as well if he happens to drain it. Went for only the safety there and let it leak out around the 6 a bit. Kung takes the opportunity, cuts the 4 in, slings the cue ball around off 4 rails. That was kind of the shot I was talking about before. The shot to pot the 4 tends to be a little easier at that kind of speed. He did real nice, though. That was a super shot. Got perfect on the 5. He's perfect on the 6. I think he can just roll this one in. He's just giving it kind of a second glance to be sure. Just bounce this one out. Cue ball out to middle. No, he had the other angle, so he stuns it over to the rail. I don't know if I love being on the rail here, but he's a big favorite to make this ball still. Still a big favorite to get this to 5-4. He needs it, and he's got it. Racing to 9 here. Winner breaks. We're going to see Nick's Q Innovation make an appearance here pretty soon. Just try to see where we're at on the bracket here. If you would like to follow along, the bracket is on Challenge. The heading is LP Len Memorial 2024. Nick's Q Innovation got a good match coming up tonight. Nick's going to play Stephen Holem, who I see over there reading Billiards Digest magazine. Kung to break. Both still breaking from this side because you see the wing ball fly in there again. That wing ball is trying to find a home there. You got to hit this break with some speed, though, which is nice. That they have to hit it with some speed. No soft breaking allowed here. And good evening, Jim. Or Dave, sorry. Dave, I realize I just answered your question. The link, Challenge. And if you can't find it by searching it, it's on Calgary Pool Scene, Dave. I think somebody shared the link there. Safety from Kung's going to get away from him a bit. He's going to leave some of this ball. Maybe not enough to play it into the side. The left side, that is. Maybe enough to bank it into the right side, but I don't know if we'd see him go for a shot like that yet. Yeah, I kind of thought he might try to go up behind the 7 there, but he caught the 7. Possibly did play the open ball safety behind the 6. He certainly is good enough. Good speed, if so. We got a Canadian junior champion in the house. Haydar Capo has arrived. I believe his dad playing also. Getting jumpy here. Kung Dao up over the 6. Oh, he makes a nice contact. What's going to happen here? How big is this 6 ball? It's pretty big, but not that big. I mean, this covered a bunch of the ball, but not all of it. Let me just hit a refresh on this Challenge bracket. Looks like we're at a standstill here for a moment. I see a 0-0 between Scott Martin and Cameo. Maybe Cameo didn't make it tonight. Maybe Scott's moving on ahead. Yeah, it may have looked like he was trying to cut that in. Never in a million years. That was safety all the way and well played. The thing with putting the cue ball on this rail here with the safety means you take away that rail. Can't kick off that rail if he's glued to it. So he's really only left him this top rail, and he's maybe needing a touch of left spin to get it. I don't hate jumping this. Try to catch the left side, or sorry, the right side of it a bit. Get the cue ball back where it is now would be nice, or underneath the 5-9. You're the man, Grant. You tune in whenever you can, bud. Just make sure you share the stream, okay? Enjoy the trip, pal. We'll see you back soon. some good contact made by Kung there. So he's left a bit of a tricky one for Brady again. Not giving him anything easy here. I like the way Kung Dao's playing this match. He's playing all the right shots so far. He's playing very smart. Speaking of very smart, how good is that little shot? By the looks of the way Brady is playing here, he's going to be real tough to beat. Playing very, very smart. Seems to have the cue ball under control quite well on these safeties, which is going to be a big part of this tournament on the winner side. Racing to 9. Going to be some sticking in and moving. Play smart. 2 rails underneath is missed by a foot. Completely misjudged that one. I think he needed to hit the other side of the side pocket even, maybe. There's somebody over here just hammering away on the table. Can't tell who it is. But they're going to have to stop in a minute here. Just give me 1 minute. Sorry, guys. Just Hadar over there just practicing jump shots on the valley, just hammering away. Yeah. Okay, what do we got happening here? We got another safety from Brady. This may look like he was thinking of a 3 foul or something like that. Not at all. Put the 2 out to dry over there. He just wants the 2 near the 3, and he wants ball in hand. And the 4 near the 5 down here, and the 6 near the 7 up there. The table lays nice. And I think Kung is on only 1 foul. I think. He drove by the 2-rail kick. I think that was it. Yeah, so he's trying to tie the 9 up to the 4. It didn't work at all. If anything, he's made a shortcut for Brady and lined up the 4-9 combo. See if he takes a look at it. Probably not. It's probably not quite wired. So he's going to come across, get on this 3 with a little angle. And go 1 rail across again. 4 into the lower right. Or is he straight enough to just draw this one back? You see him take a second look here. Maybe just straight enough to draw this one. No, he does play the rail. Wants this one to go. Doesn't want to be rubbing the 9 here. Does not want to be negotiating a rub on the 9. And at 5-4, he's got to feel like this is a big game. So an important shot. Yeah, and you can see he's completely unsure how to hit this one. And now he's looked to see if the 4-9 goes. He's on the right side of town to cut it that way, because I believe the 9 is kind of wired into the bottom rail. No, he's not looked at that very long. He plays the rub off the 9, and it's not worst case scenario, but this is not ideal. Of course. The wise one plays the wise safety. And doesn't just play the safety, he plays it nice. He tucks it in nice and tight to the 9. Kung is on 2 fouls here. He is on 2, although he's a huge favorite to hit this ball. But he's got to watch it doesn't slide on him and he drive by it again. Careful aiming too far that way. Nice and firm here. Oh yeah, he's hitting it. He was always hitting it. And not a bad result. Not the worst of results. Left this one real thin. And I think he needs the rest. I don't think he can reach this one, can he? Oh, maybe he can. That makes it a lot easier. Oh, he kisses the 6 perfectly. See the hand in the air? Because that was not as intended, but he'll take the rub. Johnny back. What was the score? Save me looking at Challenge.
I think it was 9-3.
Doesn't even know.
I believe it was 9-3.
Who is this guy? Who let him
There it
out?
is. There it is. On the top.
9-3. Yes.
Yeah,
Very
9-3.
good.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
That was the score in the first match before you ran away. Brett won 9-3 over
Oh,
Len.
he did pull it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Looked like they're having a good battle back and forth, and then I looked over and I saw Brady Golan playing Kung Dao.
This has been a decent little back and forth, too.
I'm not sure if it was the first game, but I saw Brady miss a 9-ball.
He missed the 9 in the second game, third game,
Okay.
somewhere around there. Yeah, and then Kung missed it right back. Didn't punish him for it.
Oh.
And you see Brady going
I
for
take a
little
steep
break
T
here.
double-double.
No Tims for me. Thank you, though.
Yeah, you take a coffee double-double.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, no. Thanks, John. Thanks. We don't get greedy around here. This guy is the greediest person I know sometimes, but we're going to just have what John wants. Thank you, Nick. Technically, shouldn't even bring it in here because then other people get the idea that you can bring Tims in here too. And we don't want that. We sell coffee here.
You don't sell steep tea.
Yeah, we do. They'll make you a steep tea, John. You just got to ask nicely. I'm not lying. They will make you a steep tea. We sell tea as well. We got to try to make a living somehow, right, for the non-drinkers, non-alcohol drinkers.
We have our drinks here already.
Exactly, but you can't ask for another one from outside.
Well, you see an opportunity. When they say opportunity knocks.
Nick, you can bring donuts if you like. Yes, we'll allow the donuts. Let's put them on the counter up there. The girls will love to eat them, I'm sure.
Looks like Brady went out for a little cigarette.
Yeah, on break here, yeah.
These guys have been having a good close match here. I just walked in here, so I only got to see Brady run to the last 2 balls.
Yeah, Kung just practicing away, trying to figure out how he's going to beat him.
Yeah, it's good to
Yeah, bring the girls donuts for sure, Nick. They'll love you forever. The cook will love you forever too. He likes donuts.
He looks like he likes donuts.
John, you look like you like donuts.
I love donuts. I can't even tell you some of the places that I've gone to just for donuts.
Just for a donut.
There's a place, if you ever go on the run, it's called Voodoo Donuts. I believe it started in Portland, and it has expanded to a few different areas.
Voodoo Donuts.
Yeah, they have the different types of donuts. So like a Captain Crunch donut.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have, it's called the Homer donut. So you ever watch a Simpson and he has that pink donut?
Pink with the sprinkles.
That's
yeah,
right.
That's the one.
They call that the Homer donut.
The Homer donut.
Yeah, it's a really good place if you ever get a chance. If you're in Portland,
I heard Krispy Kreme is going to make another try.
Oh yeah.
In Calgary, and I just thought, like, I don't know why they keep trying. How are you going to outrun Tim Hortons?
Yeah.
You can't outrun Tim Hortons.
It's Tim Hortons is definitely something that you don't see very often. I've been to a few places around the States, and they got like Dutch boys.
Yeah.
But they're like really weird little coffee shops.
Yeah.
They're like little huts.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But they seem to be doing fairly well.
See Brady taking a while on that rack. This table's been racking a little tricky.
Has it?
By the looks of how long they're taking to rack.
Mm-hmm. You guys just changed out the stickers for last week's tournament?
Yeah, the week before, I think. They were getting pretty weathered. Let's see. The wing ball's been going if they hit it hard from here. It's when they're letting off it a bit that it's not going. That's a good hit. One ball's going to dress up nice.
Yeah, that's a very nice hit.
All the way back down for the 2, but the angle's good.
Yeah, he's got a nice angle to get down there. He just has to. I think he knows exactly what to do.
He can dodge some traffic. That's what he's got to do for sure. Can we shout out boy Limos in Winnipeg? There you go. Just did it, Raleigh. Okay, he's got to watch the 8, the 4.
And he rattled
He's got to watch the
Did
scratch.
He scratch. Wow.
He's got to watch missing the 1.
Wow.
Oh, he got away with one there.
He definitely got away with this.
This looks easy on TV. But he's 9 feet away from the ball, maybe more.
And does he have enough to
corner.
kind of go rail first on this to get back down for this?
And you would almost need to. And even then, the 3 ball is probably in play because it's hard to get enough top.
Yeah, you really got to hit this firm.
But you're right, it was. Oh, wow. He didn't even go rail first. He just went straight into the ball. And how good was that shot? Guarantee Brady's giving a little tap of the table there.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Nick would be proud. That's a Nick's Q innovation stroke there. With the high inside juicy juice. And I like this line. This was a nice line to go 2 rails into the side pocket for the 3.
Yeah, a lot of people try to just play 1 rail up and try to shoot into the top left-hand corner, but, sometimes you decel.
Yeah, it's easy to let go of the stroke, and he couldn't let go of it there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big game for him. He's got to recognize, too. 6'5", he's right in it, but at 7'4", it ain't looking good.
Yeah, he's going to have to really watch his speed on this shot here.
Yeah, make sure you don't land straight on the 5, or you're dead meat. He's got some angle.
He's got a little angle in here.
You can go forward here.
Yeah, I think the best way is to go forward on this shot.
Inside spin. It's easy to catch this one thick or something, though.
Yeah.
Or catch it a little thin if it deflects too much, but I think he's going to hit it good. He's got a good stroke for this shot. He played one with crazy high inside, and he rattles it. No way.
But if you notice, he jumped up quite a bit on that shot.
I think he went for too much. He didn't need to be straight on the 7.
Yeah, he definitely hit that. He kind of picked his head up a little bit on that shot as well. So he was really trying to force that. And like you said, he didn't have to hit it that hard.
He's trying to force to get straight on the 7, but he didn't need to be straight on the 7.
Like, he could have held that right on the line.
Yeah, and just be like middle table near the line, and then a little angle on the 7 is fine. He doesn't have to do anything
on that. Just hit that in, and it comes across naturally.
Does Brady jack up and draw this one back, or does he cheat it and go forward?
Just really depends on how straight he is on this shot and how much rail he has.
Adam Otis, this is in Calgary, Alberta, at Leather Pocket Billiards. Yeah, he's going to...
Yeah, he had a little angle on there, so that was nice.
Close to the pocket.
And this is like almost where Kung could have ended up. He might have been over maybe about 6 inches to the left, but still.
Would have been fine.
It's perfect.
It's a big game, too. Brady's going to recognize that he's kind of going to punish Kung here for not getting this match close, and this might kind of be the beginning of the end. 3-game lead, winner breaks.
Oh, wow.
He draws it back. yeah. Okay.
I thought he just would have punched that slit over, but.
Yeah, well, when you can do that, you do it, right?
Yeah. But, you know, that's like just being comfortable in the moment.
Yeah.
And he probably felt like, okay, I can give this.
So smooth, too.
Yeah.
That stroke is just
such a nice draw shot.
His timing's so good for that kind of stroke that you just do it when you can. Why not?
Yeah, and you can say, I'm not sure how many times this guy won the world or Canadian snooker championships.
Yeah. Well, at least twice that we know of, and 30 years apart.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely incredible. You can't do that in any other sport. I can't think of another sport you can do that in. To play at a high level 30 years apart is unreal.
For sure. He's always had such a high gear.
We're looking it up the other day, and the average NFL football player's career is 3.5 years.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of these guys don't think about that when they go into that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't, and it's not much different in the NHL. It's like 5 years. You know, a lot of professional sports are very short. Pool is not much like that. Pool, you can play good for like 40 years.
It's because you focus
right?
on the stars, and they usually have somewhat of a good career, but you don't think about the average person.
Yeah, well, of course. An average pool player can play good when they're 9. They can play good when they're 90.
Last time I looked, Edwin was down 5-2.
No
deep.
way. Deep,
Yeah.
bringing it, eh? That'd be a good upset.
Edwin's looking a little rusty.
Yeah, once
there
he
was
figures
a few
it out, we're all
shots.
in big
Yeah,
trouble.
once he gets rolling, he's going to be someone to watch out for. I mean, Edwin worked for me for a while, and I remember it was probably like 2.5, 3 months. We were working 12-hour days, 7 days a week. And he goes, John, I need next weekend off. I'm going to go play in the 10-ball tournament in Spruce Grove. It was like $200 entry. And I'm like, yeah, for sure, no problems. And he ends up winning the tournament.
After working all that time, yeah, he just figures
for 3
it
months,
out,
I
right?
could tell you, he probably did not go home to practice pool.
Oh, he probably hasn't hit a ball in forever. He just plays cards.
But once he hits that gear, it's so fun to watch.
And the amount of hours he put in practicing, you know, in his younger days is unbelievable amount. The work has been put in.
I'm sure you can, Tyson. I've seen it.
If only that was a sport, hey?
There is
Eating
an
a whole
eating
pizza?
sport. Oh, just a pizza?
Just a whole pizza. 30 years apart. I don't know, Tyson. John might give you a run for your money, though.
He's got to be really careful here with this shot here.
What do? You kind of have to draw it, right?
Yeah, because the draw that he needs is going into the 7.
Yeah, because the 6 is big here, and you don't want to land behind the 8. So you kind of just draw towards the 7. You take heavy angle on the 5. That's what he's done.
Yeah.
It's a queue storage / stream booth / overstock room.
Yeah.
There you go. Now Tyson's talking. Pizza eating for charity. Oh, how good did he hit that one? Wiggled it in there perfectly. Cue balls on a string.
And I like the way he used that top rail to come back up for the 6.
Yeah, you don't want to try to hold that
A lot
ball.
of guys try to hold that ball and they end up on the back rail frozen.
Well, and you just miss the pot a lot when you try to hold it. You could see he used the whole pocket as it was.
Yeah, that was just such a great shot. He made that look easier than what it was.
Floats to the other side of the ball nicely. Good angle here. Probably forward 2 rails, but he might just stun it back out to middle.
Yeah, just hit it up middle table, 1 rail.
Yeah, he likes that kind of stroke.
Yeah.
It's safe that way.
Most people play the 2 rails and up. But I think this is a little bit more.
That's probably smarter.
Smarter.
It's probably easier to come up short going forward.
Yeah.
And way harder to come up short going backwards like that. That was a good shot. Okay, well, we're moving along now. Brady on the hill, all of a sudden on the hill. Didn't take him long.
No, not at all. A couple little mistakes there by Kung, and Brady's showing us why he's a champ.
Some other good matches coming tonight. We got Ben DeWolf. You got to buy. He's playing tomorrow. Ben with DCL Labor and Contracting, helping out with the added money, as well as Brett Armston, who we just watched beat Lan Fong 9-3. Previous stream match. Brett with good plumbing and heating, also helping with the added money. I appreciate you guys. As do all the players, I'm sure.
Well, it just shows you what kind of guy Lenny was. And he can draw in such a crowd. This tournament sold out probably within 3 days of being posted.
It sold out the first 64 players in a day and a half.
Yes.
That was crazy.
And so we had to open it up to a little bit more.
Yeah, so we had like 15 on a wait list right away, and it was a no-brainer to open it up to 80 players.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. He's going to hit this one firm. Watch the 3 straight in the lower right.
Cue ball and 1 ball look like they're going to be best friends.
Oh, he's got it figured out. He figured it out.
His only real problem ball is 2 to the 5. And I don't think that's going to be much of a problem here.
Oh, this is... Oh, it's going to be the 4 to the 5.
Yeah. What did I say?
2 to the 5.
My bad. I meant 4 to the 5.
2 to the 5 would be nice and easy. I was thinking that's not really a problem. But yeah, definitely the 4 to the 5 is the shot. I like what he did there.
Yep. I like that.
Play the 2 in the corner.
And he's just going to play, 2 rails for the 4 to the 5.
Yeah, how big is the 6, though, from there? He might try to, like, pinch this just using one
looks
rail.
like he's going 1 rail. I thought if he would have rolled forward another 4 inches, he can put that in with just a little bit of bottom right or bottom left.
He likes going forward, you know. He's like...
Look at this. He's putting left on it.
Is he just loading this with left? I don't think
he hit that
worked.
too full.
I don't even know if
he
that
might get
worked,
there.
Right?
He might get there.
Only he would know, but...
Yeah, he just ended up hitting that 4 ball a little thick, which
it
killed
just
the
felt,
speed.
yeah, it felt stunny, you know, like the way he had to hit it almost felt like he had to stun it.
And that's what I was saying. If he rolled it forward another 3 inches, he had the perfect angle.
Yeah.
But this is where we're at.
Yeah, I didn't know like he was going 2 rails there. It looked curious the way he played the 2.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, he could have just went forward 1 rail back down.
But he did slop the 2 in.
Mm-hmm.
That's maybe why he landed just with a bit of a funny angle. Let's see what he does here. Safety's pretty routine.
Well, my girlfriend always says, I asked her, do you want to cut this pizza into 8? She's like, I can't eat that much. Just cut it into 4 slices. And I said, sounds good. We're on a diet, so.
Yeah. 4 slices is better than.
You think he goes like rail first and kicks it up table? It's probably too close for that.
No, I do think he does. Oh, he tried to cut it in.
He tried to cut that in. I was thinking he might play safe because he got just a little awkward on that.
No, I was with you. I thought the safe was maybe the better shot. The score might have been the reason he shot at that ball too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like if the score is 8-8, I'm going to say he plays safe 100% of the time.
Yeah.
But with the score 8-4, he maybe feels like he's got somewhat breathing room.
Yeah, because, you know, that's a big difference being up, you know, on the hill.
Yeah.
And you got 5 games where, you know, you can kind of make something happen.
Yeah, you got to be careful, though. These matches, you get away from you real quick sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
They're at 18. I'm thinking Haydar and Mario. And then Steven and Nick.
So I wonder if he could see the bottom of this 5 ball. No, does it look like he's got his jump cue out?
Yeah, he's got the short cue out.
He's gonna play the bank corner.
Yeah, and it's like super 2-way shot, right? It's all about creating distance. Oh, yeah, we saw that happen to Kung earlier. The cue ball got a little hoppy, kept going.
And normally I would say, okay, Brady's a snooker player and he's not used to the jump cue, but he's also a 9-ball champion.
Yeah.
He's very well equipped with the jump cue.
He hasn't been using it that long, though. You know, like
is that a new
back
jump
in
cue?
in those Spokane Open days,
mm-hmm.
he was not using it. He refused to use the jump cue. It's only, in the last, I want to say 6 years or so
Yeah.
that he's taken it up.
Well, it's such a huge part of the game now.
Well, and it definitely, the last time he was here, he didn't have that jump cue. He said he left his jump cue at the previous tournament. He borrowed mine and drilled me with it twice.
Okay.
It was awesome.
That's fun how
I
it
told him,
always
you better buy a Nick's cue. So he might have bought Nick's cue. I like how Adam Otis says squares. You can't eat it in 4 slices. You got to eat it in squares, deep dish style.
I mean, the slices are obviously, you have a circle pizza cut in squares, brought into you in a box.
Yeah, it's all weird, right?
Yeah. So if you got a
Yeah.
square box.
Okay, Kung needs these balls. He is the kind of player that doesn't quit. Hey, you know Kung well.
He plays with a lot of heart.
You ever
does
seen him
not
quit?
give up.
Never.
He could be down 8-1, and I'll tell you, he'd be coming back hard on you.
He'll be trying just as hard as game 1, yeah.
And I could tell you, if you blink, it could be like 8-7.
He is one of the better comeback players. Okay, it looks like they've told us the next match can be Haydar and Mario, it looks like.
Yeah,
But
I remember
this one's far from over. They might want to put those guys on another table.
I remember playing Kung in one of these tournaments, and he locked me up with such a great safety. The 9-ball was down on the bottom rail by the middle diamond, and my cue ball was on the other end of the table, and just maybe an inch off the rail. And I'm just like, Kung, this is such a good safety, I can't even play safe back. I got to go bank corner. Like, such a good safety, I had to go for the shot. And unlucky for Kung, I made it.
Well, I definitely knew that story wasn't going to end with.
Oh, I don't want
So I missed it by a foot. So I double kissed it and sold out, scratched.
So I rolled up, I double kissed it, and I put it back in the same spot.
They had one kind of similar earlier where Brady kind of played the up and down safe.
Yep.
Kung played a better up and down. Brady thinned it and left it up and down. And Kung had no choice but to go for the bank. Missed the bank. Brady makes the 8, misses the 9.
Oh, geez.
That's the game you saw they missed.
Okay.
Kung misses the 9 back. Doesn't punish him. You gotta punish him for those.
Yeah, I just I took a look over, and I seen Brady going, and I was like, oh, Brady's playing Kung, and then I seen him miss the 9-ball.
Look at that 9 track towards that side pocket there. It does count.
Look at this.
In the top 4 pockets.
Look at this.
If made on the break.
He was looking pretty decent on having a shot on the 1-ball.
He might have even had some kind of slashy 9, or an easy safe.
Then the 2-ball and a 3-ball decided to get in the game here.
Yeah, now he's got to play a push out. And they did say that the next match after Haydar and Mario would most likely be Nick and Steven. But we'll see. They got to keep the bracket moving along, so we won't be waiting around too much. But if this match was to end relatively soon, then we're right on pace. Hour and a half per match. So we'd have another match coming up right away. It's right around 10, and then we'd have another one at 11:30, and that would be it for tonight.
Nice packed house here tonight here in Leather Pocket.
Yeah, always super busy
Don't
Friday
think there's
nights.
a free table available. I think there's a wait list to get on.
Yeah, you definitely won't be getting any free tables tonight.
But I've noticed that trend wherever I go. It's always busy in all the pool halls again.
It's definitely not just here.
Mm-hmm.
I think all the pool rooms seem to be doing good.
Yeah.
It goes with the economy. Economy sucks. Pool rooms are great. It's such a great sport. It's just very cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap to play.
You think he goes for this one?
I think he tries to cut it in. It goes by the 9, right?
Yeah.
I think the push was actually not as good as it could have been,
Yeah.
right?
No, you give a guy like Brady a shot.
You can't. Even
You
if you
know?
froze that cue ball, I still don't think it was good
Like,
enough.
you leave me that shot. That's okay. But
Yeah,
you can't leave Brady
you
that
can
shot.
leave Triple P that shot.
I missed that all day.
He's going to miss it and pay Pom P you, though. He's going to hook you bad.
But you leave Brady that shot, and, now Brady's looking at running this table out here.
Johnny's probably going to hit it so bad he's going to make the 9 by accident here.
That could
That's
happen.
Ultimate pay Pom P you.
That could happen.
So you don't want to do that against John either.
You just
No, he
never-
made
you
a
just-
super shot there. It wasn't like super easy, but
Mm-mm.
but you're right. This level of player, you can't push to there.
And the thing is he didn't have to do much with the cue ball, so he was just able to just roll that in, which made that shot a lot easier.
And maybe Kung just let it get away a little. Maybe he was trying to leave a jump, right?
Or a kick or something, yeah.
And maybe it just trickled
rolled
a
down
little too far.
So he's going to have to make sure that he gets a nice angle on his 5 because he needs that angle to get from the 6 to the 8 here.
Yeah, it's up and down to end this one.
And if you get a little funny on this 5 ball, it
This is
definitely makes it
smart.
harder to get onto the 6.
You see what he did there? That was
Yeah.
smart. I don't think many players do that.
Mm-mm.
I think they try to stay on the other side of the ball.
That's right.
This was like the most natural way to play it, right? And instead of going 2 rails there towards the 9,
Mm-hmm.
he plays to this side of the ball, takes away the 9 from being in play.
Yeah.
If he goes to the other side of the 6, then suddenly the 9 is in play for the cue ball. So we got to see some smarts happening there, and look at the speed control
Look
on
at
this
that.
one.
Perfect angle to get onto the 8 or the 9 ball here. Yeah, that was really nice. Perfect angles.
Yeah, he did everything
He
good there.
He made that look easy.
It was not as easy as he made it look.
Because you
that's
could
for sure.
easily come up a little weird on that 5 ball. And now you end up on top of the 6.
Oh, absolutely. So many bad things can happen there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to shut it down quick and restart it for Mario and Haydar. Don't go far, people. We'll be right back.